Yo, what up? The world changes all the time. The game, whatever game you in, whatever hustle you in, technology is changing this business every damn 6 months. I'm in the music business, among the things. I've seen the game change every 6 months for the last 10 years. I did my best to always be a year or two or 3 or 5 or 10 years in advance of the game and try to act not reactively but proactively to whatever happens. And it's something that really makes me sad is that I see a bunch of artists, even after 10 years, still trying to act like 20 years ago, 10 years ago, having objectives that don't make sense in the world of today. It's like if the world completely changed and the whole world, the whole planet Earth got underwater for some reason. And that to survive, humans have to adapt. And we have to learn how to breathe underwater and become sirens or whatever. And then you still have people who are trying to find a land where they can walk on. That would be stupid. You have to evolve with the game. As the game changes, as the business changes, you have to change yourself too. You have to change the way you think about the business. That you have to change your habits. You have to change the way you promote your music, promote whatever business you're in. You know, there's a lot of people that I see, and when I listen to them talking, I realize that more and more I'm out of tune with a lot of people, because a lot of people will talk to me about stuff that makes no sense to me. Sometimes I ask myself, why is it? And I think I know. People lack imagination, ambition, people lack courage, and people lack one of the traits that I think I have the most, which is the will to reinvent yourself all the time. Get out of the box. We artists love to complain that people want to put me in a box, people want to, etc. But then you realize that people put themselves into boxes. Oh, I'm a rapper. Oh, I'm a beat maker. I'm an R&B singer. Oh, I'm a kizomba singer, and I can do nothing else. This is exactly a way where people put themselves in a box in a world where you can be anything. Listen, you can make 500,000 followers by being a zouk singer, a kizomba singer, a reggaeton singer, a rapper, an R&B singer. And with these 500,000 followers, you can become an influencer, and you can use your brand to promote products and make money out of it. And you can take it even a step further by creating your own brand and using all your followers to sell your brand and do synergies, like I was talking in the last episodes. And I think this is a problem that we have as a culture. Most of the people I know are obsessed with staying what they were. I started as a beat maker. I was making house music beats, then I started making hip hop beats, then I started making zouk R&B beats, then it became kizomba beats, and I learned how to make everything else because I like to learn new things. And all of a sudden I was rapping, and from rapping, after 3 albums, I got bored, so I started singing. My first song was One Love, was a huge hit. And now, I don't consider myself a singer because, I just do what I do, and if people like it, and I sell shows and music, well, I think it's a business. But I see people who, whatever they were 20 years ago when I met them, they are exactly the same thing. And it makes no sense to me. I don't understand how people can just stay what they are. In a society where people are trying to put you in a box, you should fight to get out of the box. You can start as a beat maker, but then you can become a record label executive. You can start as a singer, but then you can learn how to do beats. All you need to do to learn your craft is dedication. Don't be lazy. You need to go somewhere, and to go there's something that you don't know how to do. Take the time to learn how to do it. Be patient with yourself and learn the craft of whatever you need to be independent from other people. And a lot of people are not putting the work to become that. We are artists in America, If there's something that in the entertainment business they know how to do, is to branch out. Once you have the brand, you can become anything. How many rappers like Will Smith became actors? Rick Ross just wrote a book. They branch out of whatever brand they have, and then they do cognac, they do cigars, they build stores. Listen, here's my brand, Shadawear. See, we have to learn how to branch out of our comfort zone all the time. And whenever, it's something that you might see me telling this in a blog 10 years ago. Whenever you're making good money, everything is going fine, and you have a good business going on, this is the moment when you have to think, okay, what's next? Doesn't mean that you cannot enjoy what you have, but you always have to think, what's next? What can I do next? Where do I invest next? I invested the first money I got when I got successful with my first 2 albums, using the brand power I had to do connection with labels and do co-production with them, because I knew I didn't have the financial spine to sign artists myself. But I came with my own crew in a few labels, and I did 50-50 deals with them until I felt strong enough to go independent. I went independent because I saw the game changing again. So 7-8 years ago, when I became completely fully independent and fully virtual with my label, that's the best move I ever did. But back then nobody understood, because everybody was trying to stay what they were. Today, with all that the technology is giving us and taking us to, today is the moment when, listen, I don't care if you have 2,000 followers. If you have 2,000 followers, it means you have 2,000 potential clients. If you have a bakery, those 2,000 people are your potential clients. If you have a few followers and if you have an idea, this is always the time to try and do something else. Don't put yourself in that box, and don't have the lack of courage. As artists, as a businessman, as thinkers, we branch out. There's a lot of possibilities. Just to give you an example, Netflix is available in 150 countries all around the world. And in all these countries, they are not just trying to feed you American content. They feed you content from the UK, and look, some of the most successful shows on Netflix are Casa de Papel, for example, which is a Spanish show, or some Colombian novellas, some Brazilian novellas. So we as Africans, we have also to come to Netflix and tell them, hey, here's content for your African viewers all around the world. This is the things that we can do today. Back in the days, this was impossible because no TV would ever give us a chance to produce content. But now we can produce content for ourselves, for our YouTube channels, and for Netflix, Amazon, Apple Music, and all these guys who are competing and who need content to survive, for people to keep paying their subscriptions. But I think I'll keep this for another video. All I just want to say to people is, whatever you do, you are not forced to stay this forever. You can every 5 years change. You can try other things. We can make music, we can sing, but we can also be actors. We can create our own series. We can write books. We can do podcasts. I urge everybody to just step out of your comfort zone. Bless.